Start this game against Old Dominion up. Anyone care? No, but we kind of do. Apparently our DC's running at 425 now, which I think is a little interesting. We're loading stuff, we're doing stuff. I think that's done. Let me look at this. Where did that go? Where would I have saved that to? But where? Okay. There. Nope. There. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Trying to fix a couple things here before we actually start the game. Let's look at what we're facing while I figure this out. We've got... You just have a decent defense, but a even better offense? Kind of, well, I mean, they are 1-0, so could be the start of a grand Old Dominion Monarchs team. We want to do this as an MP4. Beautiful. Can I choose where this gets outputted to? Yes. Exporting that, and let's get the game actually started. How about that? Love to be able to hear. Ooh. Classic Tetris World Championship going on. Jonas Neubauer is on right now, day 3. See if we can get that going. Beautiful, we do. That finished. So let's see where we are here. Close that. Minimize that. Close that. Minimize that. Click on this. Open this. Ooh, that didn't open. We'll figure that out later. Let's play our fucking game for now. We pick heads, it's tails. And we want the ball that way, why not? We've got the ball first. Let's see what we can do as an offense this time around. Last time we were playing, I believe we beat the FCS team. Decent block, and Cleveland makes 3 yards out of nothing there. The first game of the season is when we had a disaster strike. We're going to try to avoid that again. Passing here on 2nd and 7. Wise open, and he stopped his route right as I threw it, and it just completely overthrows, and we're stuck with a 3rd and 7 on our opening drive. See if we can fix this a little bit. Gotta audible these guys to make sure they get past the first down line. I'm just, ooh, the ball gets tipped. He was open, but instead we're gonna go 3 and out on our first drive. Old Dominion is not gonna be able to capitalize on their long push in here. We're gonna put it back on the ground here. See if we can pick something up. We got 3 yards on a busted read and then passed out the last 2 for our first drive. We're gonna give it to Jared here up the middle, and we get 6 yards. Already doubling, or twice as many yards as we got on the first drive. And we'll just go with another counter here. We went with the weak counter that time. We're going with just the standard counter. We got the block we need. Red's got the corner a little bit. Gets us 13 yards. Up to their 42. Gonna run a play action here. See if those counters have the defense cheating a little bit. And I like the tight end. Oh, he can't quite jump past this man. Could have been picked off. Still 0-3 on passing. So it gives us a 2nd and 10. So we're going to go with the read option here. Try to get some positive 2nd down yardage. We're basically in 4 down territory at this point. Cleveland's going to keep it. Picks up 4. So we've got 2 downs to get 6 yards here. We're going to go to the air here on 3rd down and see what that leaves us. If we have a potential 4th down that we have to pick up. The running back is open. It's Josh Dingle. He's down just across the midfield line, if that makes sense. And it's a 4th and 1, so we're going to try to run the triple option here, give ourselves as many opportunities to get past this 1st down marker as possible. Red's going to keep it on the read. He's got blocked. This is one of his biggest runs. He gets another 2. And out of nowhere, Jared Red with a 49-yard run on 4th and 1 to put Gorge up 7-0. Old Dominion can't make anything out of their out of their 2nd drive. We get the ball on our own 3-yard line somehow. I didn't see what the play was that led to that. We're going with the read option, and for our 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, Akeem Cleveland punches it in. So 1 play, like 2-second drive, and we're quickly up 14-0 here in the 1st. Old Dominion is able to drive down and score 7 at the end of the 1st. We're now at the start of the 2nd quarter. The touchdown lead and the ball. Going with the pass play here early. I saw Lee Blankenship break past his man and get open just in that small hole. 21 yards there. Gonna see if we can keep this momentum moving. Put it back on the ground here with the counter. Red has had a good game so far. We've had decent blocking. Picks up another block and cuts up field to get 5 more on that 1st down. We're gonna stay in this this hurry up. See if we can continue to get positive yardage out of it. Maybe catch the defense off guard. Cleveland's gonna keep it. He's got a block on the corner. They hold that for a long time, and Cleveland's got huge yards inside the red zone. A 34-yard rush. We have a 34 and a 49-yard rush already in the 1st half. We're gonna just go straight back to that read option. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Cleveland's gonna have more positive yards. And he goes down inside the 10. And oh, Jared Red, who did not carry the ball on that play, is injured and has to come out of the game. Curious to see how impactful that is. Got Dingle, the backup, on the counter, and he's got the corner and the touchdown for our 3rd rushing touchdown with the 3rd different carrier of the game. I like to see that. We're up 21-7. Old Dominion stalls out. Gives us the ball back again. Bruised ribs on Red. Up for 2 quarters. We are playing well. Partially because of him, but we're up 2 touchdowns with the ball at about midfield, so not particularly worried about getting him in. Dingle on 1st down. Gets a couple And we're just going to let Red sit. We don't want to further injure him if we don't need to. Here on 2nd and 8, almost the 50. We're going to put it in the air. See if we can catch him sleeping a little bit. Cleveland's going to scramble out. And I'm going to try to hit Dingle in the end zone. It gets picked off at the 1. He wasn't tall enough to go up and make that grab. Going against the man who's got a full head on him. If he was a little bit taller, that might have been a touchdown. But instead, it's an interception. And we get a safety the next play. That gives us the ball after they have to punt it to us. So we're up 23-7 now. Seems like that actually might have been the right play. We're at almost the exact same position on the field, but we have 2 more points to show for it. Read option again here. Dingle's keeping it. Makes some cuts. That's probably going to be a face mask on Old Dominion, but regardless, he had about 9.
Personal foul. Face mask.
It is indeed a face mask. That'll push us another 15 yards after the run. Impressive. They know that we've been having success with the run. I'm going to try to exploit them here. Send the Beanster. On a streak route. Run the play action here. I'm throwing it up for the Beanster. Oh, I threw it. Oh, should have been another pick. Way overthrew our man there. As Cleveland has completed 2 passes and thrown an interception. So the running game seems to be the wise decision to stick with. Gonna go with the read here. Cleveland's gonna keep it. Slides down on 2nd for 9 yards to a 3rd and 1. Starting to get deep into Monarchs territory. The dive play has been working for us in the past few games on these short yardage. And based on the way the defense is lined up, I have no reason to think that we won't get it this time. And Dingle ends up with 5 after only needing 1.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. First down.
See if we can manage to put up some more points here. And have enough time left over to get another drive in before the half. I'm throwing it to the Beanster. He's a little bit behind, and the linebacker gets his hands on it. Not going to complain that he dropped that one. That was a bad pass from my side as the user. Back to the read. Dingle's keeping it this time. Got good blocking. We pick up, what is that, 13 yards. He's averaging 7 a carry already. See if we can get inside the 10. It's a 1st and 10 right now. If we get stuffed at the goal line, we'll at least get another set of downs. Bo Ramsey, the fullbacker, is in as our running back right now. But Cleveland's going to keep it and slide down to get 4 on the 1st there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. And I don't like the idea of throwing it right now, so we're just going to keep this read going. Won't hurt. Cleveland's keeping it again, and he goes down after another 4. We got 3rd and 2. This is absolutely 4-down territory, and I'm going to actually take a timeout here. I want Dingle to stay in, and I want him to be a little bit more rested. So that's what we're going with, and we're going to run the dive here. 3rd and 2. We need about 3 yards here. We are 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Let's see if we can get the push that we need. Dingle makes a little adjustment. He doesn't get the touchdown, but he does get that 1st down that we were talking about. So it gives us more downs to work with here at a 1st and goal. We're going to go back to that dive play, see if we can have the exact same result. And we do. Dingle with the 0-yard touchdown run. That puts us up, should be 30-7. We get the ball back with just under 2 minutes left in the half. And a good field position again. Gonna see what we can do to get a 30-point lead here before the half. I'm just hucking that one up. That's not gonna be far enough. And Blankenship isn't able to come down with it. I didn't have the arm power to take advantage of Lee's separation. It's going to take a few seconds off the clock and bring up a 2nd and 10. See what we can do with the shakes here. Looking at B. Lacey hits his hands and he just drops it. No excuses there. Gives us a 3rd down. Not what I like to see. We're going to be looking at Derek Battle out there on the left. Or I'm just going to give it deep to the Beanster. He's not able to come up with it. I had to hope. I'm going to go for this on 4th down. Not worried about not making a comeback yet. So I'm going to continue to be greedy. I had faith in the Beanster and it was misplaced. He didn't have the separation I was hoping for. We're just going to lob this one up deep on 4th and 10. I trust him this time. And he almost comes down with it. Oh, the Beanster hits his hands, but he can't hold on through the contact. That would have been big. Instead, we give them the ball with their best field position, and they're able to get a field goal out of it. And we get the ball back with a timeout in 47 seconds. So we still have a chance to put a touchdown on the board. And that's my only option, as far as I'm concerned. Going over the middle to Lee, who holds on to that one through contact and gives us 28 yards and puts us on their side of the field immediately after one play. That's what we like to see. Let's see what we can keep doing in the air. They're bringing some pressure. I just got to get rid of it. Lucky that we got rid of the ball before we got sacked. 38 seconds left. As long as we can get into field goal territory and get that one back, I'm confident. See if somebody can get open. I'm just gonna. Oh, took the sack. I got to take a timeout there. Not a good place to take a sack. Gives us 3rd and 18, and we're basically forced to throw some crazy shit. Got to go almost 20 yards for the 1st down. Keep Dingle. Let's see if they bring pressure. They don't bring too much. I'm just tossing up there. I know the Beanster's going to come up with one of these if I keep trying. It is not on that play, though. I'm not going to go for it on 4th down here. Don't want to give them any more points before the half because they do get the ball back. And the first drive of the 2nd half, they're able to go down the field and score a touchdown. So we can go back to our preferred method. Just start running the ball again. Our first play of the half doesn't work out. Josh Dingle gets hit in the backfield, loses a yard. Puts us in a strange spot here on 2nd down. Bo Ramsey comes in, going with the counter. He's got some blocking, and he makes a lot out of that. I accidentally stumbled him forward trying to truck where I thought there was going to be people, but regardless, he gets 16 yards on the counter. Some great downfield blocking. Puts us at their 40-yard line. Gonna go with a quick slant. See if we can find somebody. And now Josh Dingle is also injured. I don't know if you saw that pop up, but that means our 1st and 2nd string running backs are injured right now. In a game where we were having no problems running it, as the Beanster isn't able to hold on through that contact. So we're down to a fullback, basically. Strained shoulder, re-injury risk low. I'm gonna keep him in. We gotta have somebody with a little bit of speed. Bo Ramsey might be able to get the job done in some situations, but it's not on that one. I'm gonna move Wally Fuller, Mr. Roboto, over for an extra blocker on this toss play. And Dingle gets one block, has another one on the corner, and he has a huge gain. Jukes for another yard or so and gets 37 yards. We've had some seriously large running plays, where in previous years those have been really rare. Hopefully that's a result of the recruiting and not just a fluky game against a shitty Old Dominion team. As Cleveland keeps it on the keeper. And I tried to slide down, but he somehow fumbles it. Well, it looked like he was on the ground to me. I'm not really sure about that one. This should be a booth review. It looked like he was on the, just like laying down it before he dropped it. Definitely down. So we'll keep that. Tried to slide down with him, wasn't able to. Still picked up about 8 yards there. If they mess this one up, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know how that was called on the field as a fumble, but
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
that'll put us, what, we're not inside the 10, are we? The 15. And, we're just going to keep it on the ground. That's been working. Our passing game isn't great. Dingle's back in. I'm going to move the robot over for an extra blocker again, especially if they're not really going to adjust to it. And Dingle's got the speed. He had a block on the corner. He gets at least the first down and inside the 10. Block wasn't held for quite long enough to score, but we've got 8 yards to go before we do so. I'm going to basically run the same play, that toss. Had a big gain on it last time. Can move the Beanster over for an extra blocker. And Dingle's basically going to have to rely on his speed. I cut up field just at the right time. Kind of juke out that linebacker. And we're in for another rushing touchdown. We've had a lot of them. Old Dominion drives down and scores again. But if we're able to keep scoring, there's nothing that they can do. Almost out of the third quarter. And at this point, as long as we can keep getting some first downs, which that's not going to help as we lose 4, we should be able to just run the clock out, quite literally. Can I go to a conservative tempo? Just see if we can burn our way out of this half, or this quarter, I should say. Read option again. They're starting to adjust to it. So we're going to get into the fourth quarter here. But it's going to start with a 3rd and 17 for us. And that is not what we need. Can't be too upset. We've got a decent lead here at the start of the fourth. We just got to see if we can continue to convert a couple. Keep Dingle back. Pass blocking. I'm just lobbing this one up there. Lee Blankenship separates. Has a big catch. I don't know if he has the speed to score, but he's going. And on 3rd and 17, we throw a bomb to Lee Blankenship. 86 yards. Or 80 yards. Not sure how... No, yeah, 86 yards. I was not reading that correctly. Set a record. And, put that game even further out of reach. We got a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. They keep scoring, so it's not over yet, but 4.5 minutes. I'm not sure that they have time. Probably going to burn their timeouts here soon. Red's back in and making his mark. We got a penalty on the play, probably a holding on us. Or clipping. So that's going to move us back and negate that big run. But we only lose 4 yards.
Still first down.
Not the worst outcome, certainly not the best. Allows us to actually probably burn a little bit more time off the clock since we were able to take 25 seconds off. Going with the triple option here. This play will take us inside 4 minutes. Should be able to close this out, no problem.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have faith. And not wanting to injure the quarterback in a situation where we don't need to, I think I'm going to be done with the read options. And see what we can do. This is the first string back in. He's got injured in the first quarter. Coming back in the fourth to help seal this game away, so he should be feeling fresh. And he shows it a little bit there with 10 yards on 2nd down. Not what I'm wanting to call. This is an accidental pass play. Hopefully I'm able to just dump it off. Easy completion to the running back. Don't get the first down, which means the clock is going to keep moving. Tried to audible to a different run because I accidentally selected an option play, but ended up audibling to 4 verts. We're able to complete it. And we're almost inside 2 minutes. They haven't been using their timeouts yet, but that's about to change right now. 8 yards for the Dingleberry. And we are almost at midfield. They burn all their timeouts on this set of downs. As Jared Red comes in, picks up another first down for us. 10 yards there, puts us on in their territory. And basically that's all that we need to do at this point. Is just continue to run well enough. I think this is Pedro Beverly motion over. Barely get this play off. We get the toss. Red's got blockers. He gets another first down. We are running at will against these Monarchs. 0 problems. As, this play will put us inside 2 minutes. Good block on the counter. Gotta make sure Red doesn't go out of bounds. And we are inside the red zone on a 17-yard rush. He has 100, averaging 15 yards a carry. That's absolutely ridiculous. We're gonna see if we can keep it going though. Not done scoring. The more XP we get, the better. Also makes it look like a better win for us. So we get another block. Bo Ramsey up the middle with another first down, and it's 1st and goal. With a minute and 28 on the clock. We are running the ball at them with ease, with authority. 0 problems. See if Bo can get a touchdown here. I don't know if he already has one or not. Don't remember. Make the adjustment on the dive play. that was a rude touchdown to score, but it gives us a 20-point victory. And we even get the ball back with 6 seconds left, so we get the XP for the touchdown, and we're going to get the XP, 10 XP here, for the kneel in the last minute. And the Sharks leave their last out-of-conference game with a victory, improving to 2-1 on the season. Things are looking mighty fine. If we're able to run with even half of that efficiency in the in conference play, then I don't think we'll have any problems. 319 rushing yards on 37 attempts. We were averaging like relatively close to 10 yards a carry, which is absurd, with 4 different backs. The quarterback and the 3 running backs. Hard to be upset with that. Great blocking. And the right moves at the right times allowed that one. Doesn't look like there's any upsets that happened. And, hey, they were passing all over us, but that's just bound to happen when you got a sim like that. Puts us back in the positives on our record. And moves us into our bye week before we start conference play with Colorado State. Hopefully we can start conference play strong with a win. But before we get into that one, we got a full week of recruiting, and then the recruiting before the game that we get to roll through. See where we're at. We were looking at some pretty highly rated scrambling quarterbacks. So hopefully we can continue to make improvements in our personnel with that. Just gotta sim. You know, just gotta wait. I have a player of the week. The way that we played. a lot of solid yardage on a few guys. Maybe they shared a little bit too much and not one guy stood out, but 319 yards rushing. Gosh, you would think we'd have something. 7 touchdowns that game. That's pretty solid. And our defense had a safety. I like that. The CPU's already allocated all our points, but we're going to see what we can change here. Any guys that we're not making progress on will come off the board. Like this #1 defensive end. Would he be nice to have? Yes. But we're losing points every week on him, so he's coming off our board. Now this athlete, we have not recruited an athlete. This is the #1. We're only 170 off of Oklahoma. We are losing some, but if we can get a good visit, that would be solid. I like that. Down 835 on the #2 guard out of Hawaii. We are losing 110. We'll see next week. That might be his last. This guy's coming off the board. 2,000 down. I don't have faith that we can get that back. Same with you, David Parks. Only 405 on the #5 strong safety. The #5 running back, and he's a speed back. We're close. We're doing relatively well on a lot of these guys. We're tied for the lead here. We're getting a 250 bonus. So let's just see if we can lock away the #46 outside linebacker from Humble, Texas. This guy's a 69 overall, Obadiah Bracken. We'll put some points into him, see if we can start making a difference. We're getting 310 bonus recruiting points a week, so that should allow us to jump up. That's going to be all of them for this week. 3 stars is enough to make us look good as a program, so we're not too worried about missing out on 4 and 5 star guys right now. Especially since I'm just the offensive coordinator. Gotta hydrate. Whew. Moving on to our first conference game in week 5. We get locked out by a defensive tackle, but Chaz Wilkinson is ready to visit. When we got his 5th visit, which means that we're going to get the most bonus points, and that should be a positive. Let's see what we're looking at here. Gonna start eliminating some guys from our board as well. So Brian Scales, I tried to eliminate him last time, but I don't. The CPU threw him back on. So Larry Hopkins and David Parks. Not gonna get some of these guys. It's just like it's what's gonna happen. Yeah, after 1 week of actually recruiting Joe Carey, we have a 430 point lead. I think that we should be able to lock him up pretty quick. Oop, I wanted to hit. These 2 guys, the Pope and Fontaine, are scrambling QBs. I would love to get Bobby Pope. 1, because he's a scrambling quarterback, and 2, because that is one hell of a name. See... I know someone named from Ronville. What our team needs. We're not falling too far behind because of our bonus points, so if we need to, we can get one of these worst defensive ends, but for now, we'll just try to keep getting the better guy. Aberdeen. Now we will look at guys real quick who we have the largest deficit that we can just take off our board. We're not going to have the power. What would I have bracket? How much are we losing? This is the San Jose. We're only losing 20 a week. And this must be the guy that if we can hold on, we have the last visit. We just got to get some bonuses. Somehow they're pulling away when we have a 310 bonus per week, but that's fine. Get these two guys off our board. And oh, we'll just leave it at that. Let's play this game. Let's beat Colorado State. They are 0-4. Herb Street thinks that we're going to win pretty handily. The only thing they have better than us is their pass defense, which is also bad compared to ours. The AD says we're doing good. We got 100% job security, which is much better than previous years. Let's look at our conference. Just see how it's shaping up as we're starting to head into conference play. The Mountain Division is having a lot of struggles. They have 4 teams with no victories. So likely there's only going to be a couple teams in the hunt in that other division. But everybody in our division seems to have some strength.